reattach a limb sometimes when it's ripped off your body.
You have to be willing to find the light though. You have to be willing to believe in yourself and to believe in your story and to believe that there's more than what you're going through and that what you're going through is going to bring you further into who you're supposed to be and your calling, and find the good in it.
Whoa!
Hey guys!
Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Kristie Sita and I post videos on Wednesdays and Fridays, both very good days, so make sure you guys turn on your post notifications after you subscribe to make sure you guys never miss my next video. Cause today we are talking about something that is my highest requested I can't speak. It is my highest, wow. All right, reposition, breathe. So guys, today we are talking about my most requested question ever, which is, where did my hand go after it ripped off? P.S. if you haven't seen that video yet, click up above before you finish this and watch that to find out how this little puckaroo ripped off my body. Very fun, thrilling story. Go check it out. But if you've already seen it, this video is going to clarify your two questions, which is, how did it fall off and why could they not reattach it? Are you ready? Are you ready to find out the truth? So grab yourself some something to drink because we're just gonna talk. So get cozy. I'm cozy. You should be cozy too. You ready? Let's go. So starting with, how did my hand fall off? Because a lot of you didn't understand what happened with the rope and how the rope's pressure was so strong to completely have ripped it off of my body. The answer is, I don't know. This is like 30 seconds of, I don't remember. Like, there is just these 30 seconds here between reaching back and then it landing in the water that I just cannot clarify for you, and I'm sorry, but I don't remember it. I don't know if it's just because it's 4 years later or if that's maybe a memory that I've kind of blocked out on what exactly happened, but you're just gonna have to be okay with the fact that I don't quite know exactly how it wrapped and exactly how that ripped me off the back of the boat. So that's not solved. So now we're gonna talk about why they couldn't reattach my hand and where did it go after we had found it, because I did tell you guys in my last one that we did find it in hopes of reattaching it. When we got to the hospital, my hand was in the cooler, and when they first rolled up my hand, I don't know if I told you this in my last video, but all of like my forearm muscles was still attached to it, so you can see that my arm's pretty skinny here. So not just my hand ripped off, but all of the kind of ligaments and muscles that were really connected to it came out as well, which I do have tearing in my arm all the way up into my shoulder. So you can imagine the amount of stuff that was still with my hand, which they kept everything in hopes of reattaching it. So that leads us to putting the hand in the cooler, bringing the cooler to the surgery. In the midst of all of that, I'm in a helicopter telling them how much I wanted to be a professional dancer and just how I had such an athletic lifestyle, which this was another huge blessing that I was even talking to them about in the helicopter, how I was a dancer and how I was an athlete, because this ultimately led them to their decision of not reattaching my hand. Because the reason being is there was 3 things that can happen with a ripped off limb trying to get reattached. That sounds so wrong, but whatever. So there's 3 options. First one being my hand would have been completely paralyzed, which meant I would just have like this hand would have no function. It would just be like dangly, which means in dance I wouldn't be able to flex it, I wouldn't be able to do anything, I wouldn't be able to hold anything. It would just be like a limp limb. And so with me telling them about my athletic background and what my career was heading in before, they had ultimately decided that that was not going to be an option because it could, there was too many risk factors of not getting reactivation in my hand. The second option being is that they could have reattached it, and after a lot of therapy and a lot of rehab, I could have possibly been able to reconnect my hand and my muscles and the ligaments and the I don't know what they're called, you know, the nerves. I could have possibly have had a full functioning hand. But again, the risks were really, really high because there was also a risk, which is the third option, that my hand would have had to be re-amputated. So sometimes when something rips off your body or cuts off your body and you reattach it, it doesn't sit well with the surgery, so that can either mean that there's like disconnection or infection or just too much pain. And a lot of people, they get severe, severe, severe pain when you reattach a limb to their body. So there was a really high risk of me having to get my hand re-amputated if we did decide to reattach my hand. So again, decision. They did not go with that decision. However, I had no choice in this. I had no say in this. It was completely up to the doctors at this point and up to the surgeon, but I would not have had it any other way, because I think for the career that I've taken and for the path and just like my story wouldn't be the same if I had two hands. You guys might not even be watching if I had two hands. So I'm super fortunate that they didn't reattach it. I've completely adapted to my life. However, I am very, very, very thankful to have my full length. I use this portion of my arm for literally everything. Like everything. So I'm carrying things on here, I'm typing things, I'm holding things, I talk with it, you know, I'm doing everything with this little, like this is just a massive blessing. I am so thankful to have saved this part of my arm, which, fun fact, is apparently the gentleman that was holding my arm after it had happened, he had held it in the perfect spot that actually, if he were to have been holding my pressure point any lower or any higher, I had a really high risk of also having to amputate my arm up to the elbow here, because it's really hard to save limbs on an in-between space. So there was just enough material in my arm pretty much left to reattach it here, and I was super fortunate to keep everything. And I just totally believe that even with one hand, like, this is the person I'm supposed to be, this is the body I'm supposed to have, this is the best body for me to reach people, it's the best way for me to reach people, it's my best way to inspire you guys. I mean, it's probably a big part of the reason why you're even watching me or listening to me right now, is because you can physically see that I've been through something and that inspires you, and that is the most amazing thing. Like, that is all I've ever wanted to do, is inspire people and motivate people and, you know, give people a vision and give people provision for their life. And, you know, now I do this thing when I start talking and I get really passionate and then I start moving my hands a lot, and I'm really sorry. But yeah, so that's kind of the summary of a little bit more detail of what happened on that day. If you guys still do have any questions, make sure you comment down below what that is, or what you find most interesting about this video and about the fact that they couldn't reattach my hand. However, I am not a doctor, I am not a nurse. Every amputation, every accident, every body is so different that please do not take anything that I'm saying medically. I don't even really know what I'm saying. I just know that this is my case, this is what happened to me, this was my doctor's decisions and what happened for me in the surgery room, and that's all I can hold myself accountable for, is my own situation. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and clarify this, because a lot of you guys, you keep asking on all of my videos what the answer to these questions are, so I'm like, I'm just gonna give it to them. Here I am telling you why you can't reattach a limb sometimes when it's ripped off your body. And that's probably a fact that most of you guys don't know. I hope this brings some clarity to you guys. And again, I'm giving you all the details that I have. Remember that it was 4 years ago for me. It was a very traumatic experience, so there is obviously points in it that I've blocked out of my brain and that I don't remember. So please just be patient. I will reveal anything that I discover to you guys as soon as I know it. Thank you so much for watching this video and for continuously engaging on all of my posts, all of my videos. I thank you guys so much. Like, you were the only reason why I'm here, and I'm so thankful I get to touch your guys' lives and that I get to give you inspiration, make you laugh, make you smile, make you value your life a little bit more. I'm so grateful that this is my calling to be doing this to you guys. So don't forget to tell your friends about my channel, share this video, subscribe. Let's build this community, guys. I want it to be the most supportive, loving, encouraging boys and girls here to inspire each other and lift each other up. So share this video, share it with your friends, share my channel. Make sure you're following me on all my social platforms. I have Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All my usernames are just Kristie Sita. So follow me there. You know, keep up with my life. You can always message me on Instagram. I do try my best to get back to you. I love you so much, and I am so thankful for every moment and every time and every engagement you put in. It really, truly means the world to me, and I would not be able to do this right now at all if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you so much. I love you. Make sure you subscribe, tell your friends, let's build this community. Comment down below what you found most interesting about these facts that you learned today, and I will see you guys in my next video. Hope you're enjoying your holidays. Hope you're enjoying your Christmas break coming up next week. I will see you guys soon. Love you so much.